Peace. What's going on, family? We love Mondays. Good vibes. Hey. Peace. Peace, family. Yeah, good vibes, man. What's going on? What's popping? What it look like? I love Mondays, man. Peace, man. I don't hate Mondays, man. Yeah, it's a moon day. So that's what we're going to talk about. A lot of astrology to get to. Got the tarot to get to, as always. The beginning of a new week. Positive energy. How y'all been feeling? I've been going through a lot this weekend. Various different things on top of a child having a birthday, and then some personal things with myself, and then my wife. Positive things, good things, but just more or less of an assessment, more of a practical approach to life this weekend. So I'm gonna get right back to everything on Monday, which is today, and get back to the emails and things of that nature. So thank you for everybody being patient with me. Just a crazy weekend, but nothing negative, nothing to make me feel no type of way. Resources are still reserved, and you know, everything is all good. But at the I want to talk about real shit this week. I don't want to play games with the people or try to build them up to a false reality or deal with the illusion or deal with Maya. Just so peace to all the family. Peace to everybody joining the live. It's good to be back. Hope everybody had a good weekend. But this week I'm not going to really play. I'm going to really talk some real shit. So this is not going to be... I've been seeing some interesting stuff on the internet too. That's like really kind of interesting with the conscious community. But the message that I kind of want to deliver home to the souls, to the conscious people out here, that, you know, when it comes to your development, when it comes to knowing self, when it comes to really making that quantum leap to really get to a certain point of, you know, magic or law of attraction and things of that nature, to a certain level, people don't know shit. It's like they can lead you to the door, but once you walk to the door, they have no advice for you. So it's very important to not look up to people and to really connect with self, and not to think that because a person made a lot of money or a person is super successful or this person is super talented, that's something to aspire to. And not to say that you should knock it, but you really should focus on self. Self is so important. Self-awareness, self-value, self-worth is so very important. And I don't want to beat a dead horse. But when we look at the astrology, the moon is in the first decan, which is ruled by Jupiter, which is ruled by Mercury. So that energy is more of a benevolent, beneficial energy, but it's scattered. It doesn't really matter where or what that benefit happens or where or what that negative situation happens. So it's very tumultuous or very like a jackpot. It's a lot. So you have to really be in tune with self and not really trust what other people are saying. The energy that we're going to focus on today is Fortuna. And so I really truly believe that the moon in the first decan piece really represents Fortuna. and really look up that energy. Fortuna has been really on my mind lately, and just more or less it keeps showing up and showing up. So I really want to greet everybody today and let you know that you are fortunate. You are more than special. You are a God. So really speaking to that energy and not really speaking to the human side of you. So I welcome all races, all genders, not really secular in anything that I speak of, because this page is purely spiritual and purely for the spirits. It's not, even though I am a black man and whatever that means, but that's just a level. And so I want to speak to the people who have transcended any physical level that they have been told about themselves. Because the reality is that we are all simple electromagnetic energy, and we are not the physical body in a sense. The physical body is an illusion. And so speaking to that, that's more or less truth, as opposed to the illusion where you think that you believe everything that you've been told. And so we are trying to shake ourselves out of that. And that's not, this is not to gain exposure or to make people feel comfortable. It's more of a spiritual nudge for myself to speak more into truth and speak more out of the illusion. So Moon trine Mars is alignment and bold action. So to say something, as I previously just stated, was more or less of a bold action, but it's more or less of me searching for alignment to people who understand themselves spiritually. And so when people are, give me one second. And so when people, yeah. And so I had to do something real quick. And so when people are in full alignment, they are free to say what they feel, as opposed to being afraid of how people are going to feel about them and the decisions that they make based upon an illusionary world. So as the moon becomes in conjunct Saturn, you have to understand the changings of the guard, of your personal perspective, your personal understanding, irregardless of what anybody says about you. You really have to hold on to what you believe in, what you know about yourself, and how you really are to progress and grow in this world outside of what somebody says. You know, that's not right. I think that's bad. I think you should be in trouble for that, you know? And so you have, and the fact that people say that is the fact that people believe that shit about themselves is the fact that you're having problems right now. Because a lot of us woke up and stood on our own 2 feet, but we still didn't realize the miracle in that. And so this is what we're trying to bring ourselves into awareness to, the electromagnetic energy that exists in us, that is constantly moving, that is truly, truly, truly the law of the land, but we only see a rock. But literally that rock is constantly moving. And we can't even touch that rock or even fathom that rock because we're only looking at it as a rock that's not moving. And that's our perspective, but that's not the reality. And so the moon is trining Venus. So let's look at how this energy is inherently about to progress into Libra. And so we have some things to assess. We have some things to analyze. Over this past weekend, past month, past 2 months, things have been revealed to us as Venus has been in Virgo. We have seen what this existential thing is all about. Now, as it moves into Virgo, we can feel, as it moves into Libra, we can feel a certain type of way about this. or we could just simply analyze and just simply just put the energy forth. And so you've seen what you've seen, so it's simply time to move on. And now, as Venus goes into Libra, you could have a heavy heart. You could have a heart that's heavy, and that heavy heart could be magnified into a heavier heart and bring to a lot of tumultuosity into your life, or a lot of negative things into your life, or you can become light as a feather because things are what they are. You could just simply say, okay, I've seen this, I know this, but I still have other things that I have to do with my energy. I have bigger things that I need to do. So really, as we deal with the sun in Leo, it's all about self-worth, building yourself up, moving forward, forgiving yourself, forgiving others, but mainly forgiving yourself, because that forgiving others is very egoic. And if you don't know what to do, if you're confused about how to move forward, then you need to research. You need to go to the library and pick up some applicable knowledge, or go to Amazon and buy some applicable knowledge about the things that are troubling you, the things that are bothering you, or go see a medical professional that specializes in the things that bother you, as opposed to simply living in a particular paradigm that brings you negative vibrations. So today the sun squares Jupiter. And as the sun squares Jupiter, which I seen over the weekend, you can really tell, especially like on the internet or people that you close to, or if you've been doing clarity work, if you've been doing clearing work, and you've been freeing yourself from the matrix, and beyond freeing yourself from the matrix, you've been seeing the benefits of freeing yourself from the matrix, then it's clear to see who's not. And you can clearly see why they're having turmoil or having trouble. Or if you're not clearing yourself, then that's why you're having trouble right now. As we deal with this major shift of consciousness, we go through a lunar eclipse 1, and now we're going through lunar eclipse 2. Well, just the whole lunar eclipse period, and people are raising up. And then some people are raised up, but they don't care that they're raised up. They just want the same shit that they've been wanting with new powers. And so in the solar eclipse video, which is in the description to this video, I speak about a learning triangle. And so this is what we're fully coming into. So the lessons that we learned throughout this weekend, is more or less of a revelation, because Venus enters into Libra, which is full assessment of the things that we love, or the things that we truly value, and really detaching from them and really creating a new vibration within yourself. And so that revelation can show up one or two ways. It could show up as why you hesitated for something, why you were patient for something, or why you were focused on something where people were like, why are you focused on that? You should be doing this. Or you fed into what everybody expected you to do, and now you find yourself in an effed up position because you did not put yourself first. And also, you may have been dealing with a particular problem over this past month, and you focused on the problem more than you focused on the solution, and you've magnified that problem now. And so the key is not to continuously magnify that problem. The key is to deal with this electromagnetic energy in its full totality, and stop being misled by people who tell you that getting money, getting love, getting success, getting a nice house, doing all this existential shit is gonna bring you some type of value. It's not a reality. It never happened before. It's made up, because the world is illusionary. And so the world is made of atoms. But an atom is 99.99% empty space. So if the world, the universe, this is what modern science teach, this is what physics teach, this is what they know, that an atom is 99.999% empty space. Period. If all atoms disappeared, all human beings, our energy would fit into the size of a sugar cube. So imagine all human beings in the size of a sugar cube. Of course we want to be in this physical reality, because I don't want to be up under nobody's ass for eternity. But I understand, okay, it's all one thing, but I need my fucking space. And it's okay. And so the reality is we all are separate beings, and the idea of touching is an illusion. Actually, when my hands are together like this, my hands are repelling against each other. They're literally saying, please get the fuck away from me, because I cannot stand this shit. The reason why I say this, because say for instance that I hold my hands, I can't hold my hands like this forever. At a certain point, I have to release it. So any existential thing that you acquire, you can't be in it for 24 hours or else you're retarded. Whether it's sex, say you can't have sex for 24 hours. You can't be in your car for 24 hours. You can't even be in your house for 24 hours, even though a lot of people do that weird shit. It's all about balance, and it's all about space. Because you are your own electromagnetic center sphere that you have to develop. So wanting to be close to somebody is a mental illness, because you should be so in tune with yourself that it's not saying that you don't love people. It's not saying that you don't care about people. It's saying that you truly love and care about people for real, because you never can truly love and care about people until you love yourself. It's impossible. But loving yourself in a real deep way, learning the truth of yourself, not the illusionary physical part of yourself that you've been inundated with since you've been in kindergarten. Some people have been to school for 20 years, not even realizing that this system was created to blind you to the truth and no other reason. To keep you blinded to the truth and to use your energy because you don't know how to use it, or you don't even recognize it. You think that repulsion is something that you should look forward to. Who can hug for 24 hours? You hug? Keep it moving. I need space. I need to get away from you. But not forever, like a moment, hey. But at the end of the day, we're dealing with our own electromagnetic energy. And I'm going to further build on that as we discuss Mars. But I'm just kind of opening the door. I'm just opening the door to real shit. I'm not opening the door to no entertainment. It's important for you to understand this energy for yourself, because this is the law. This is real talk. Look it up. Look up physics. Is the world not made of atoms? Is the world not 99.9% empty space? So how do we navigate that? We got some codes and keys coming up. And so the tarot is the Four of Wands, completion. What does that mean though? If I brought you a pizza, it's complete. However it is, it's done. It's done. And that's the energy. That's the energy, Team Voice. Like it's not negative. It's just reality. That you are your own human being. Unless you a Siamese twin, you only got self. And if you don't fully cultivate and fully understand and fully understand your value, then it does not fucking matter. And it's not about physical things that you've got for yourself. It's about a full realization that you are a true God and your whole history has been hoodwinked and took from you, and now you've been usurped by people that you imagine to be way more powerful than you because they got more money. So this is the belief structure that you set up for yourself, and now you're walking in it, but it don't feel so good, even when you close to it. There's so many people that I know that get into the system and be like, I thought I wanted it, and then I got into it, and now I'm like, ugh. So speaking to completion, it is what it is. You can't just be like, oh, I don't want pepperoni on that. I want sausage and bacon and well, now I gotta take it back, or now I gotta make you a whole new pizza. Now I gotta start from scratch. So however you gonna play this thing, you gonna have to either accept it for how it is and make the best of it, eat it, or put some Parmesan cheese or take the toppings off, but it's done. What's done? The Matrix. What's next? You and your science and your development of self. But what if I don't want to get into this? I don't fucking know. Just get more money. Get a bigger house. Buy another car. Get another girlfriend. I don't know. I don't know. Start a school. Help the children. I don't fucking know. I'm talking to souls, period. And so the Knight of Cups, is you ready to take that quantum leap from man to God? Or you still want to stay in this man? You want to build you a house? You know what I'm saying? Go to the bar on Friday. Go to the club on Saturday. Go to church on Sunday. Go to work on Monday. Or you want to take your energy over to the next level and educate yourself about what's happening in this world and do different things for money. Focus on your talents. Build yourself up. Whatever. I don't know. And so the sun, for sure, more or less speaking to a miracle, more or less speaking to the same shit I've been talking about this whole video. The sun rising up right now. It didn't ask me, hey, Hoodmystic, is it all right if I rise today? I mean, I just want to know how you feel about if I rise. It's gonna rise regardless. So the shit that you want to do, the shit that you on a positive, optimistic level, you might as well do that. But a lot of people will come to find out, people that you respect, people that you love, don't got no positive in them. So when it comes to you, is that you? How are you acting out? Positive or negative? Optimistic or pessimistic? Is it over? Or is it a new fucking day? So really bringing all this empathic energy and trusting in self and moving forward, the Six of Discs talks about success. They don't talk about making your mama proud. Your mama might not like you. Your daddy might not like you. You're still successful if you realize that you're a god. Your grandmama, anybody. Your children might not like you. You still may be successful in realizing that you are God, because you may have did the best that you could do for your children, and they still look at you like you ain't shit. So this battle with people and what they expect of you is really not a battle at all. It's really what you think it is, and really how you want to move forward in addressing your personal battles with your confidence, with your self-esteem and your personal problems about how you feel about yourself, as if it's somebody else's responsibility to build you up. I can try, but you could click off this video if I say the wrong thing or if I look a certain way. So it doesn't really matter how I feel or what I want to do for you. You really have to take the energy in for yourself and do it for yourself. And like I said, I'm going to get back to it this weekend. I have my son had a birthday and had some personal problems, but you know, we back to it on the email. Like I said, each day is going to get realer and realer. I prepared my notes already for my lives already, so I know what I'm going to talk about. I'm pretty much I've come up with a time, 7 a.m. every morning. We'll do this. So 7 a.m. works for me. And we're just going to really do this thing and really speak to the astrology, speak to the truth of your spiritual nature. And we're getting, I don't know how much of the illusion I was on previously, but I'm getting further off of it. So if you come in new, you like, this nigga weird, he crazy, what is he talking about? You got to kind of backtrack into these videos and kind of, this was a build-up point. I've detached, I've reset. You understand what I'm saying? And from that point, this is what I came into. Fortuna, fortune. And so we are the fortunate ones, but do you realize it? Are you ready to build on optimism, or are you just focus on the pessimism and whatever everybody else is telling you? What black people need to do, what women need to do, what white people need to do, what Chinese people need to do. You know, all of these things that we think that make us separate. I'm talking about this shit that's going to bring us together regardless. Universal law, and really connecting to the spirits who just know their truth and want to speak that truth and want to be in that truth. And the family is Patreon. I'm gonna get on that today as well. So at some point I have a reading to prepare for. So probably Tuesday I'm gonna reply to all of those comments for the monthly moon signs. And thank you guys for being patient with me, because I am just one person. And so here we go. Patreon.com/Hoodmystic, PayPal.me/TheHoodMystic. Hoodmystic 38 is Cash App. www.hoodmystic.com is the website. If you're interested in any types of readings or anything like that, check the readings and consultations tabs. If you want to elaborate on these testimonials over here, you can go to www.hoodmystic.com/testimonials. You can read all of them. Yeah. Oh, iPhone users, instant go /Hoodmystic. And from there, you know, just a regular day. I have to go to school, get my study on, and hope you guys have a great day. See you on the bus. Peace.